imagine being so busy at work, you don't even have time to go to the toilet? Or grinding your teeth so hard, you fracture your jawline, but don't get a chance to see the doctor for weeks? What would it be like to collapse from exhaustion, hitting your head and breaking your cheekbone on the way down? These are all real-life scenarios from smart, highly successful business people who got themselves caught in the busy trap, tangled in this web of hardcore hustle culture that many of us know so well. You know that place of constant go, 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 push till you drop way of working, getting pulled in a million different directions, being all things to all people while work, life, and everything in between feels chaotic. This is a place I know too well. For many years, I was the head of the Hustle Culture Club. Little did I know there's a difference between unhealthy hustle and healthy hustle. In 2012, I just stepped into a new sales director role, now leading over 100 people. I was studying counselling and positive psychology at uni. I was organising my wedding, and I took pride in being the person that work, family, friends could always rely on. The word no was not in my vocabulary. Overwhelm was my middle name, and busy was my badge of honour. The hours were long, the juggle was real. The result? I found myself burnt out, trapped in a body, a mind, and an energy that I did not recognise. My sense of self was disconnected, and I disassociated from the world around me. A vast contrast to the passionate, driven, highly excitable person that would normally get 5 out of 5 for enthusiasm on her trainer feedback forms. To now, feeling nothing. Nothing but fear, panic, actually not caring anymore. I remember asking myself, how did I get here? And so I threw myself into everything I could to feel better. Determined to succeed at this self-care thing, be the best at beating burnout. I read all the books, I did all the things. Self-love affirmations in the morning while moisturising, scheduled hammock time, I upped the psychology sessions, I did more yoga. My self-care checklist was getting a real workout. Fast forward a few months, and I find myself lying on the floor of my wife Jules's workplace. My body felt like jelly, and I physically could not lift my head. Jules rushed me to ER, and later, when I read the release form, I felt a deep, deep sense of shame, embarrassment, all that commotion because of a panic attack. Are you kidding me? How on earth did I end up here? I mean, wasn't I doing everything right? And I'm one of the lucky ones. Hustling hard is costing lives. Since my experience with burnout, I have been on a mission to redefine hustle culture in a healthy way. Because this current version of success has become too costly. Everywhere we look, people are exhausted, stuck in the whirlwind on Juggle Street. What if we can have drive and determination to succeed, but not at all cost? What if we can prioritise life just as much as business, our career, that thing that we're striving to achieve? When we know the balance of knowing when to push and when to pull back, we find the sweet spot between taking enough action to create forward momentum, but not so much that it becomes all-consuming and literally sucks the life out of us. This sweet spot is healthy hustle. Now you might be thinking, Nikki, why not just get rid of the hustle altogether? But we need the hustle. The hustle is important, just like stress, positive stress, to thrive. When it's used resourcefully, it creates momentum, action, energy. It creates focus and drive. Without momentum, we risk plateauing, stagnating, and getting stuck. The hustle is important. It is a key part of success. The problem is, hustle culture has gone too far. And it is clear that we humans as a collective are trying to understand a better way to thrive, a better way to hustle. Google search results for how can I manage my time more effectively have increased by 6 billion search results in 2.5 years. 6 billion in 2.5 years. We don't need another time management tool. We need a better way to hustle healthily. Why did I keep falling into these repeat patterns of pushing too hard? Well, it really came down to 3 key things. My beliefs weren't serving me. I wasn't managing my energy effectively, and I didn't have clarity of direction. Beliefs, energy, direction are the 3 essential ingredients for the hustle to be healthy. BED, if we want a simple acronym to remember it by, we need to make BED our best friend. Turning our beliefs into empowered truths. For the last decade, I have been fascinated by how high performers and high-performing leaders define hustle. As I started to look around me, I realised that hustle culture isn't just in the business and work environment. It transcends across all generations, lifestyles, in business and everyday life. Let me ask you, what does hustle mean to you? I have asked this question hundreds of times, and no one has ever given me the exact dictionary definition, which, by the way, is to push roughly, jostle or obtain illicitly. So whose definition is correct? Yours is, mine is, theirs is. We're all right, because nothing has meaning except the meaning we give it. And this is influenced by our beliefs, our values, and our experiences. I used to buy into the old narrative of hardcore hustle, push till you drop. I celebrated it. I took pride in it. So what shaped my beliefs around hustle and success? Was it being the oldest of 3 girls growing up in housing commission? Or being first-generation Australian and hearing stories of my family's hardship? Maybe it was an unspoken desire to break the cycles of poverty from generations before, or the responsibility that I placed on myself to make the most of the opportunities given to me. Absolutely, these things shaped my beliefs. And that hustle-hard mentality carried on into the workforce, with midnight cab runs into the office, finishing press releases for the Sydney PR firm I worked at, or taking pride in being the last one in the office and the big boss seeing me. Pushing through when I was sick, being applauded, even rewarded for it. We all have beliefs just like this that shape what we believe to be true. These experiences shape what we believe to be true about success. It could be work harder, do more, don't sleep, and you'll build your dream life. Our beliefs create our reality. And so if we change our beliefs, we can change our reality. I'm really curious, what beliefs about success do you have that need to change? Managing your energy. We all work differently. A big part of my problem was trying to fit into the norm ways of working. Finding out I have a neurodivergent brain at 43 years old made sense as to why I couldn't get it right. I have bursts of energy where I feel I can do the work of 10 people in an hour. I also need to pull back and recharge Otherwise, well, we all know where that leads. Managing your energy means understanding your energy gainers and your energy drainers. It goes so far beyond just the essentials like sleep, water, and exercise to understanding what makes us thrive, our unique needs and preferences. Things like the time of day we work, the type of work we do, how we recharge our batteries, the best type of movement for our unique bodies. Managing your energy is essential for the hustle to be healthy. Clarity of direction. Okay, I have a truth to break to you all. We can't do everything. And honestly, trying to do it all can lead to disaster, because trying to do it all results in us staying in this perpetual cycle of busy. It results in us having too many tabs open, literally and figuratively. Seriously, how many tabs do you have open on your computer? What about in your mind? When we have too many tabs open, we are right back on Juggle Street, feeling chaotic. And it does not matter if you have all the energy in the world. It will never be enough. We think we're master multitaskers, but that's another scientific myth. Only 2% of human brains can effectively multitask. What we're actually doing is task switching, another energy and productivity sucker. Task switching decreases the capacity for strategic thinking, planning, and organisation. This means that sometimes we have to say no, even to the things we want to say yes to. I used to be a slave to FOMO, fear of missing out, wanting to be a part of all the big projects at work, saying yes too much, doing everything on the social calendar. It's a hard habit to crack, but sometimes we have to say no, even to the things we want to say yes to. Focusing on what's important instead of trying to do it all leads to progress, a sense of accomplishment, which leads to motivation to keep going. Getting clear on what's important is what helps with prioritization. Who here has a goal? Now, if you don't have a goal, don't get caught up in the word goal. Remember, nothing has meaning except the meaning we give it. It could be simply something you're striving to achieve. It could be a personal goal. Maybe it's a wildly important business or career goal. Something fun you're wanting to do, like traveling or buying a car, or a focus on getting fit and healthy. It could be as big as a dream or ambition, or as familiar as a good feeling you want to come back to. When we know what's important, we know what to say no to. It helps with decision making, prioritizes our to-do list, and gives meaning to what we do. Getting strategic with our time and our energy is essential for the hustle to be healthy. The average human lifespan is incredibly brief. If we're lucky enough to live to 80, we have about 4,000 weeks on this earth. How should we live them best? By allowing life to pass us by in a crazy cycle of juggling, busy, and chaos? Or will you make conscious decisions about your beliefs, energy, and direction? When I think about this one precious life that we have, I think about what it would take to embrace a culture of healthy hustle across our societies, in our schools, businesses, and the passions that we pursue. And so I invite you to consider, do your beliefs serve you? Are you managing your energy well? And do you have clarity of direction? The hustle will always be there, but you have the power to change how you hustle. Make your next move a conscious one, because if you don't take control, the chaos will. The choice is yours. Survive or thrive? Thank you.